how to create object of array list. I will tell you the basic things so that we can do the programs efficiently. So we create object of array list like this. So we say A1 is an object equal to new array list. That is how we create the object. Okay, so this particular object name can be anything. Okay, I have just kept it as A1. Then semicolon. This is the way how we create the object. Then what we will do, we will use A1 dot size. What it will return? It will return the size of the array list object. Okay, I hope it is started already. Yeah, very good. So now we can see the program. I will close all these things. Okay. So I will close this program right now, and then we will here I will add one file, or you can say class. Okay, and in that class program we will do the array list and linked list. So this is the class we have to take. I'm using Eclipse as an editor for writing the Java programs. Okay, so I'll say array list demo 1. Okay, if you want main should be already there inside the class, and click on this particular checkbox. Okay, what it will do, it will use public static void main in the same class, so you don't have to write it. Okay, now okay, so the type already exists. So it's saying the array list demo 1 is already exists, so I will make it 2. Okay, now say finish. Okay, so program is already open. So you can see the main will be there by default. See, this is the main. Okay, now we have declared a class called as array list demo 2. Okay, so how to declare a class? You can say class array list demo 2. That is the name of the class. Okay, if you want this class should be used everywhere, then you have to mark it as public. Okay, what public says, if you want to use array as a class in any other programs, then you mark it as public. Now, if I won't give public, what will happen? It will use the default access specifier. Okay, so I'm not removing it. I will keep it here. Okay, now this is the main method, right? So inside this, I will create object of array list. Now, before creating object of array list, we should include our package called as util. So I will go here, import java.util. Okay, java.util.star. So when you import java.util package, what it will do, it will allow you to use all the classes and interfaces which are there inside the util package. So whatever things are there inside a util package, we can able to use all of them. So I'm using first class, that is array list. Okay. Array list A1 equal to new array list. This is how we create object. Okay. Now, how you add the value inside array list object? You have to use method called add. So we'll say A1 dot add. Okay, you can add the values, like suppose I'm adding A. Okay, then before adding the value, see the size of the particular class, size of the object I mean to say. So in sysout, you can say size of the object. Okay, before adding values. Okay, and you can just print the A1. You can just print here A1. What will happen? A1.size method will give you the correct values inside the object. So you will say plus A1.size. Okay, so see here, it is giving you the help also. So whenever you say A1 dot, it will open multiple methods. Now, methods we want to do. Now, which method we want to include? We want to include size method. Okay, so this I have included. I'm removing this and I'm showing you the output now. So right click over here. Right click and use run as Java application. So run as Java application. Now you can see the output here down inside the console. You can see this is a console where output will be displayed. See what is written? Size of the object before adding values is 0. How much it is? 0. So if you won't add any value inside A1, what will be happen? It will consider it as 0. Okay, now let's add the value. How to add the value? We have to use add method. Okay, so A1 dot add. I'm adding one value called A. Okay, then I will add another value A1 dot add B. Okay, like this. And semicolon. Now I'm going to print the size. So it will give me size will be 2. Size of the object after adding the values. After adding the values. So again you say plus is a concatenation operator A1 dot size. Okay, what will happen? It will give you the size of this array list object. So initially it was 0. Before adding the values, it was 0. Now after adding the values, it will give it as 2. Okay, let's run the program. Run as application. Say okay. Oh, this is wrong program. So you can see here, right click and run the program. Okay, so you can see here, initially value was 0. Now it is 2. Why 2? Because we have added the value 2. Two values we have added, A and B. That's why the size now will be 2. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm adding value based on index. So when you add the value inside array list object, your first value will be stored in index, 0th index. Then this is the first index. Now what I want to do, I want to add one value between this A and B. I want to add a value between this 0 and 1, between this A and B1. Okay, so how to do that? You can say add method only. You can say here A1 dot add. Now here you can specify the index of that particular object. So first index, I want to add A1. Okay, so I have added it. Now print it. How to print it? It's simple. You have to just say cout and A1. That's it, right? So let's right click here. Before going ahead, I will just add a blank value here so that output will be visible and properly written. So I will just put a line here. Okay. Now right click here and say new. Method run as Java application. Okay. See, you can see here 0 is the default value. After adding value 2, now what are the values? A, A1 and B. So this is an object sign. When you see any values inside square bracket, that is the value of an object. So I have print object called A1. Now what is from which class it is created? From array list class. So I'm saying A1. So whatever values are there, that will be displayed in square bracket. Like here it is displaying A, A1 and B. Correct. Now what we will do, so we have successfully added A1 value on the first index. So you can see this A is a 0th index, this A1 is a first index, and B is a second index, and go on. So if I add values more, it will go on accepting that value, storing that value inside the A1 object. How we added the value? Simple. We use A1.add, right? So whenever you want to add the values, you should use a method called add. Okay, so before adding the value, we saw the size, it was 0. Then we have added A1 and B, A and B. Okay, then we have checked the size, it was 2. Then I have added A1 value at the first index. So A is the 0th index and A1 is the first index. Okay, so you can see the value when you print A1, what will happen? It will print that values. Okay, let's move ahead. I think more members are coming in. Okay, I will do that. Fine. Now what we will do is we will add the index on 0th index, add the value in 0th index and the last index. Okay, so what you will do, you will say A1 dot add 0. So 0 is the index, comma, and the value. So value I'm giving is A101. Okay, you can give any value for demonstration purpose. I'm using any values here. Okay, then A1 dot 4th index, we will use add 4th index. I'm using B101. Okay, now see, I will print the values. Now you will find values like A101, then A, then A1, and then B. Okay, so let's print that value. So just copy paste it, dot this line, and A1. So we will just copy paste it. Okay, now save this file, go for run, Java run as application. So you can see now 0th index 101 is added. See here. So this is the 0th index. This is first index. This is second index. This is third index, and this is 4th index. So we have successfully added the value at 0th index and 4th index. Okay, after doing this, what we will do is we will print this data. We will print this data in string format. Okay, now for what need to do, I tell you. You have to use iterator as a interface, which will iterate inside our A1 package, A1 object, and it will retrieve all the records. Okay, so I'm saying iterator. What is the object name? Which is the object name? A1. So you will say iterator ITR is the object. Say A1 dot iterate. A1 dot iterate. So what it will do? It will go in my object and it will fetch the value one by one. So once it is entered inside the object, first it will call A101, then it will call A, then it will call A1, then it will call B, then it will call B101. Okay. Now let's print it in an object format. So here I am doing the same thing. You can see I have created the iterator interface, and I have created object for iterator interface is ITR. And I'm iterating from the A1 object. I'm iterating from A1 object means what? I'm going to the A1 object and fetching records by one. So first record which will be get is A101, then A, then A1, then B, then B101, like that. Now how to print it? You have to say while ITR dot has next. Now what has next method is doing? It is checking inside ITR whether values are there or not. And if the values are there, we will say ITR dot next. Okay. Now I don't want values on separate line, so I will remove this ln and I will use system.out.print. Okay. Now let me put that particular line here so that you can see the output properly. Okay, so here we will just write so that your output will be properly visible. So here we are saying after adding values, you can say this is your printing values now. So printing values of A1 object. So this will be the output. Okay, then here I will add another one. So here I will say after adding values on 0th index and 0th index. That's it. On the 0th index, we are adding it. Now here we will say after, or you can say values in string format. Values in string format. Now if you run this, you will find that boxes are there are no boxes. Okay, only answer is there. So right click here. Say run as application. Say OK here. So you can see here, this is how my values are. Now I have not given space now. That's why that value are not have space. So you can see this is A101. Then we got A, then we got A1, then we got B, then we got B101. Now, how I will differentiate it? I will put simple /t over here. /t is called as tab. /t is called as tab. Now let's run it. So you will get that value separately. So right now it is very close to each other. So it will get space between two values. See here, A101 is the 0th value. First value is A, second value is A1, third value is B, and fourth value is B101. So initially, when you used to print only A1, that time values are printing, but that too into object format. That means inside round bracket, square brackets. But now when you iterate it, it will store data in string format. Okay, I hope you are understanding it. If you have any questions, you can ask in between also. I will answer that. Okay, now what we are doing is we want to replace this B101 to Z101. What I said I want to replace, rather I want to add Z101 instead of B101. So I will replace this B101 with Z101. Okay, so how you will do that? For that, you will use string str. Okay, now you want to get the value. So what is the method to get the value? Again, it's same. You have to say a1 dot get. Okay, a1 dot get and give the index number. At what index the value is? It is at fourth index. So say 4. Okay, what will happen? The value from fourth index will get retrieved. Okay, now because this is a different types of object, this is the object value and this is the string value. So we need to typecast it. So we will say packet string. Okay, now run this particular program. You will get fourth value. You will get the value at the fourth index. Okay, now what you will do? You will say str equal to. You will say str equal to Z101. Okay, Z101. You can make it capital also to make it readable. Then say set. Now once you retrieve the value, once you change the value, you need to say now str dot not str a1, because we are retrieving the value from a1. So we said a1. Here we will say a1 dot set. A1 dot set. So initially what we have did, we said a1 dot get. So what get method will do? It will retrieve the value from the fourth index, which is 101, B101. This is the value of fourth index. So this value will be retrieved and store it in str variable. Now what we are doing, instead of that value, we are saying str should be Z101. And now I'm setting it where to set? On the fourth index. So fourth index is replaced from B101 to Z101. Okay, so here you will say str. Okay, so value is replaced. Now you want to check the output. Check the output. Just copy paste this particular lines. Okay, now what you will do is here you will give some different option. So you can say value replaced with new value. Okay, and here you need to create another object because we have already created the ITR object. So we have to create another object here. So we'll say ITR1. Here also ITR1. Then you can replace or you can change it here also ITR1. Now you execute it. Now let's see whether that B101 is replaced with Z101. Okay, so I have run the application. See, the value is changed. It was earlier 101, B101. Now it is Z101. Now let's put a slash in here so that it will come on the new line. So where to put the slash? Where we are printing it. So here you can print the /n. Okay, now right click here and run the application. See here, but again it is giving on the same line. Just a minute, guys. Let me see what had happened. That is in string format. Here I should say actually /n, because from here we are printing a new value, no? So it will be here. Right click, run as application. Okay, so we can see here values replaced with new value in string format. What is the output? This is the output. So you can see we have successfully changed B101 value and we have written Z101. So this is how you can replace the value or modify the value. Now after inserting, after manipulating, after printing, okay, so here you can see I have printed the values A1. Here also I have printed the value A1, right? So this is used to display the value. So we can store, we can display, we can manipulate. Now what is pending? Sorting is pending. Okay, so let's sort the value. So for sorting the value, we have to use collections dot sort method. And to what you need to sort, you need to sort A1. Okay, so like this. Now again, you print the same object, same process. You just copy paste it here. Okay, so I have copied it. Now I have pasted it also. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to change the object name. So here we will change the caption values after sorting. So here we will say values after sorting. After sorting. Okay. And here we will change the object because ITR1 is already used. So you cannot use the same object to display another value. So you can say 2. Here also you can say 2. And here also. Okay, now run the program. Let's see whether it is sorted or not. The problem here is values are already sorted because I said A, B, C like that. But let's see what is the output. See here. See, actually, initially, zeroth value was A101. But now, because we have sorted, so it comes as A. Okay, then first index was A. Instead of that, we have A1. Then second index have A1 value where we have A101. 0, 1, 2, 3. Third value is B. We have B same. We have printed Z101 also. That is also same. Okay, so this is a sorted order. So we can sort the value inside object of array list. Now we want to remove it. Okay, so I don't want to keep anything. So let's remove step by step. I will not immediately remove all the values from object. I will just code it. See here what I will do. I will say A1 dot. I want to delete the value. So remove is the method. Which value you want to remove? First. Okay, so we have to say here first. Okay, so I have removed the value. Now print it again. Okay, so after removing, let's see value after removing value from removing value. Okay, now here also you will change the object name. It is 3. This is also 3. This is also 3. Okay, now run the application. Now you will see your value on first index will what's deleted or removed. See here 0, 1. So you are not able to see A1 here. Why? Because that value is removed. How it is removed? Because we only said that remove the value. You can say here remove the value on the first index. So you can see here as A1 dot remove 1. 1 means what? Index. So he's on the first index A1. This is 0th index. This is first index. So I said I want to remove first index value. So I have said A1 dot remove 1. So what had happened? The value of from first index got removed, and now here you don't have A1. Right. So this is the way how we remove values step by step or individually. If you want to remove all, then you will say A1 dot clear. So what clear will do? It will remove all the values. Okay. Now I'm just printing in object format. Just I will say A1. So you will find nothing is there. So I will just copy this line so that you will understand the output, and I will make it as after deleting the value. So this is how we do. It's very simple. Okay, values after. Now here there are no values. So what you will do is, so here what you will do is you will say after removing all the values. Okay, so right click and run this. Run as. See here. Okay, so you can see at the end there is no value. You can see only blanks, only square brackets. There are no values. Why there are no values? Because we only said that I want to remove all values. So which function I have used? I have used a1.clear, right? So this is how we can work on array list object. So I will explain you step by step again, so you can pay attention here. If anything is missed, you will able to take it. So what I have did, I have first imported the package called java.util. This is called as utility package. Then I have created object of array list class. This array list class is predefined. This array list class is predefined. It is created by Java only. So I'm using the ready-made class from Java, that is array list, and created the object as A1. How I created the object? By saying new array list. So whenever you say new array list, the Java will create this A1 as an object. Okay. Then we said I want to see the size of the array list. So I said here A1.size. So size is the method which will give you the size. So initially it was 0 because not a single value we have added. Then we have added the values using add method A and B. Then I have checked how many values are there. Now it is saying 2. Okay. Then I have added it on specific index. On first index, I have added A1. That means after A, value will be A1. So that I have printed here. Okay. Then I have added the value in 0th location and 4th location. And then I have again printed it. Okay. So what was the output for that? It will be 0, then A, then B, and then B10. Okay. So this is a 0th value. You can see here, I show you. See here, value after adding values on 0th index. So you can see 0th index was A. Now it is replaced with A101. Then A comes, then come A1, then come B, then come B101. So these values we have added at 0th index and 4th index. So how we added it, I show you in the code. Here we have added it on the 0th index and on the 4th index. Okay, so we have printed the values. Then what we said I want to retrieve the value in string format. Why string format? Because ready-made object cannot be mutable, or cannot be replaced or cannot be changed. So if you try to change the value for this object format, you will not able to do it. So what we need to do, we need to change in string. So after changing string, you can replace it. So what I have did, I have retrieved the value in string format in the using iterator. Okay, so you can see it here. I have created an iterator object called ITR. So what it will do, it will go to the A1 object and it will fetch the record one after another. Then I have said while ITR.hasNext means if you got value from ITR, then what you do, then you print that value. Okay, so you can see that value here. Here is, see here, values in string format. So these are the values. Now what I have did, now I have changed it. So I have changed it to, I have replaced it with the B101 is replaced with the Z101. Okay, so see here it is. So we have retrieved the value from A1. So A1 is the object, get is the method. So we have retrieved the value from a 4th index from this A1 object, and we have put it into str. Okay, then we have said str should be now Z101, and then I have set that value. Okay, so it is that simple. Okay, then I have printed it. Same iterator. Okay, so you can see that values are displayed like this. So there is a no B101, there is a Z101. Okay, then you can see after that I have sorted. So I have sorted. So this is a sorting order. So sorry. And then you can see I have removed the value from first index. So you can see there is no A1 because A1 is at the first index now. So we said A1 remove 1. So whatever value is there from first index, that will be removed. So you will not have A1 here. You will have A and then directly A101. There is no A1 value in between because we have removed it. Okay. After doing that, we said clear. Means what? I don't want any value inside that object. So I use clear method. So you can see there is no value. So it is a blank square bracket. Okay, have you understood, guys? Hello, is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What about others?
Yeah.
You can say, yeah. You can say, yeah. Very good. Fine. Now let's go to linked list. Sort method. Now sort method is collection dot sort. The method name I show you here. It is collections dot sort. Here it is. This is used to sort. Okay. You can type a message in chat box if you are not understanding it, or even if you understood it, put a message that understood. Let me check who have understood it. So far, only 2 students have replied yes. I want to see many more answers, whether it is understood or not understood. Okay, thank you, Monica, Ravish, Peter. Good, Pankaj. Okay, fine. So we cannot stop for everyone. Very good, Pankaj. Thank you, Kenson, Ashok, Prajakta. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Now we will see linked list. Okay. Now you will find linked list is same as array list. Then why array list is created different and linked list is created different? So that I'm going to tell you after the linked list object. So there will be difference between array list and linked list. So that I will tell you after the example of linked list. Okay. Now you can just add the value. Rather here you can say add the class. This is linked list demo 1. Okay. I want main method inbuilt, so I have clicked on this checkbox, say finish. Okay, so you can see now linked list demo 1 here. First step, what you will do, you will import the package. Java.util.star. Okay, star means you will get each and every class, variables, if there, and the methods also from util package. This is pre-generated because I have clicked on that checkbox called public static void main. Okay. Now here I will create linked list object. L1 equal to new linked list. This is how we create object of linked list as same as array list. Okay. So let's see the size of it. What is the by default size? It will be 0. So printed size of the linked list object. Okay. And then say L1 dot size. Okay. Now run this program. Run as application. Just a minute. Run as application. Wait, here it should be plus. Typo mistake. Run as application. So you can see size of the linked list object 0. Okay, why? Because we have not added anything. We have not added anything. Now let's add it. So I will say L1 dot add. Here we will say, Nikhil, some values we will use. You can see L1 dot add Alex. And we will say L1 dot add John. Okay. Then we can say fine, three values are enough. Then print the size. So just copy paste it here. Now the value of the size of the object will be 3 because we have inserted 3 values. See here, size of the linked list is now 3. So this is how you see the value before adding the I mean here you will see the object values like size, and here also you will see size, but it is before adding the values and here after adding the value. Okay, now I want to print this value. Okay, so I will do iterator as I showed you, array list iterator 1. You can just use iterator. What is the object name? L1 dot iterate. Okay, so what it will do, it will go to the object itr. It will go to the object called L1. This is L1, and it will fetch record one by one. So it will first retrieve Nikhil, then it will retrieve Alex, then it will retrieve John, like that. Okay, now you have to use while condition here. While itr1 dot has next. Okay, if you have the value, then using next method you can display it. So here you will say a1 dot itr1 dot next. Okay, now run the program. Now you will able to see the values in string format. So here I will keep something. I will keep a just a line so that it will be differ from above output. That's it. Now run this program. Okay, run as application. Okay, so you can see here this coming on different lines. Nikhil, Alex, John. Why it is on separate line? Because we have used println while printing. We have used println while printing. If you want on the same line, say print. Okay, say print, and here also you put a /t for tab character. It will take a distance between first value and second value. Run this. Okay, you can see the value separate on the one line only. Now what we will do, we will make Nikhil as say Nikhil M. Okay, we will use Nikhil M. So how to do that? We will say string str. Oh, before going ahead, what I will do is I will add the value at 0th index and the last index. Okay, just a minute. My laptop is getting fine. Okay, now I will add the value at the 0th index and last index. Now here in linked list, it is very simple. You don't have to don't have to consider index. What you can do is you will say L1 dot add first. So this is the ready-made method we have. See here, add first. So if you want description of this method, you can just put the mouse pointer here and you can read here. Okay, so that is a a description about this particular object. So say add first. So we have added the value of at the 0th location. Which value you want to add? I say Ashish. It's the first 0th value. Then say L1 dot add last. Okay, so it will be at the last. So say Amit. Okay. Now what I will do, I will print the value. Now you will find Ashish will be at the 0th index and Amit will be at last index. Okay, so go for this ITR2, here also 2, and here also 2. Okay. Now let's right click and run this. Now you will find though 2 values are added. See here, Ashish, and at the last Amit. Okay, correct. Now you can just give /n here so that it will go to the next line. /n. Run it again. So we should understand the output also, right? We are not happy to see the code. We are happy to see the answer properly. See here, this is the 0th index and this is the last index. So we have ready-made methods here, add first and last. What we have done in ArrayList2, we have used indexes. See here, we have used indexes, 0th index and 4th index. So we use add method. But instead of add method, linked list gives you methods like add first and add last. Correct. So this is how we can see it and add the value at the first index and last index. Okay. Now what we will do, we will use collections dot sort. Okay. So say collections dot sort. What to sort? L1 is to sort. Okay. Now again print all this data and see whether this is sorted or not. So here we will say object, we will make it as 3 because 1 and 2 is already created. So we have to use something different. Okay, so right click run as Java application. See, it is sorted. Earlier it was Ashish Nikhil, that is AN, then A, then J, then A. So what happened? It got sorted like Amit, Ashish, John, Nikhil, Alex. So values are sorted. Correct? Now, same thing, if you want to remove the value of from 0th index, you have a ready-made method, L1 dot remove. Okay, you will say remove first. And then you will say L1 dot remove last. Correct? After doing this, again paste it and see whether 0th index and last index is cleared or not. Here also. Okay. Now what is this? Okay. Okay. ITR 3 is already used, so you can use ITR 4 here also and here also. Okay. Fine. Now let's right click and say run as application. Now you will be able to see that 0th value and 4th index is removed. See here. Now you got Ashish, John, and Nikhil. Why? Because we have removed Amit from 0th index. So for that, which method we have used? We have used remove first. And for removing last value, we said remove last. So Amit is the 0th location, that is first value, and Alex is the 4th value. So we have removed Amit and Alex from the object. So what is remaining? Ashish, John, and Nikhil. Correct? So this is how we can remove it also. Now, as I said, if you want to remove everything, then what you will say? You will say L1 dot clear. So this will clear all the values from object. So here, instead of printing it using iterator, I will just print it as L1. So you will see the blocks, blank blocks. See here, go down. See here. Now I will put slash n here so that it will come on the next line. Run it again. Correct. So you can see blank. There is no value. It is empty. Right? Have you understood? It is same as array list. Then why Java have created array list and linked list separately? We have to ask this question. If the process is same, if we are adding the value using add method, we are removing the value using remove method, we are adding the value, replacing the value, rather modifying the value, removing the value, sorting the value, then what is the difference? Okay, what is the difference? That is crucial. So I will add the difference here. So I will add the package, not package, so sorry. I will add simple text file. So I will say other. Okay, I will say some name I will use. I want a blank this thing class. So okay, it is not allowing me to put a blank space. Okay, so what I will do, I will go for notepad. Now what we will do is, here we will say array list used to use, you can say array list use dynamic array to store the value. Okay, dynamic array we have already learned in C++. Okay, so array list using dynamic array for storing the value, and here linked list uses what? Doubly linked list. Doubly linked list. Now there are 3 types of linked list: single, double, and circular. Okay, so that is a different thing again. So we will not go into that. So linked list uses double linked list to store the value. Okay. Okay. Now for manipulation, you can say for manipulation with linked list, manipulation with linked list is faster. Okay. And what about the array list? For manipulating, or you can say array list is used to store value and not used for manipulation. Okay, so which is using manipulation, linked list. So it is very simple and faster. Whereas array list doesn't go for that, doesn't go for manipulation, but it will add the value immediately. Okay. Then array list class use. Now, what is array list? What is the meaning of this list? That will come when you start the batch, proper batch. Now, there is a meaning of list also. There is a meaning of array also. Right now, I'm just saying array list is uses list interface, whereas linked list is used to store, is used, and say list and queue. Okay. And the last one is the memory manipulation. Memory manipulation location is continuous. Here it is in linked list, it is not continuous. Okay. In EOU. Okay. So this is the differences between linked list and array list. So we will show this. We used to show this with the diagrams also, but right now the time is we don't have much time. So I'm just concluding this by this difference. So today we have done 2 classes from the array from the collections framework, and we have understood the difference between that 2 objects, that 2 classes. Okay. So can I ask, is it useful? Have you learned useful things today? Is it understood? Okay, thank you, James. Right. Please respond. If you understood, please say yes. If you are not understood, please say no. Very good. Very good. Thank you, guys. Please go on sending the reply. We have 2 minutes yet. So please, other people, please reply on this. Have you understood? Okay. Okay. Yes, very good. Yeah, I guess this video will be shared. Can you someone is there in Fastfindfirm team? Hello?
Yes, sir. The video will be provided.
Yeah, video will be provided. No problem. Okay. Thank you then. Thank you for your time. I hope the session was useful and you have learned some fruitful things. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm closing the meeting now. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.